All right, everybody, if you've seen this video, then most likely you are seeing the ad for sale for our 2017 Thor Outlaw. And so I'm going to do a little video walkthrough about this camper and just kind of give you some of the ins and outs about why this is the right thing for you. So first of all, it's a 2017 with just under 10,000 miles. This is a gas motor E450. Now, the E450, I think this is the last year, the second to last year, the E450 came out in the V10. They now make a, Ford now makes a V8 motor, but you know, when you got a whole lot of stuff in your car, your camper, and whole family's in there loaded with water and gas and toys, I think you really want that V10. So real quick, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna walk around the outside of the camper, and then from there, I'm gonna walk around the inside of the camper and give you guys an idea about what everything looks like. And show you all these little cool features about this camper. So let's start over here on this side of the RV. We have the slide out right here. And down below, we have our propane tank, which fuels the fridge and the stovetop and the heater. We have our generator and then our black water stuff. Now, on the outside of the camper, we use this all the time. It's the outdoor shower. Hot water and cold water come out of it, and it's great to rinse off before getting back into the camper or rinse your kids off from a day at the beach. It is a gas-powered RV, so make sure you know correctly. And there's lots of storage inside and outside the RV. Down below here in the back is where I keep all the black water pipe stuff. It is a 30 amp cord, and the cord goes through a little hole and outside to plug in. The cord is not kinked, which is a really big thing. We've got a 1,000-watt inverter back here, and every box does have lighting, so we never have an issue about not being able to see what's going on. Also back here is the city water connection. So this is where we would connect when we're plugged in with our power. We plug into the city, so we get water. We have a water filter right here that makes sure that we have nice clean water going into the camper. All right, let's loop around the other side. One thing great about this camper is that we do have lots of cameras, and all of our rear view mirrors. We have side cameras and we have a rear camera. Over here is where the filtration comes out, for the venting comes out for our refrigerator, for our furnace. We have some power out here. We have 2 outdoor speakers, and inside here is a nice good sized TV that swivels around. It's connected to the antenna, and so when we are plugged in, we can also plug into cable, and that'll run cable TV on the outside. The outside awning over here is Solera, which is real nice to angle out to make sure that the water always comes away from the camper, not pooling up on the top of the camper. LED lights, and because this is a Thor Outlaw 29H toy hauler, Class C toy hauler, this is half garage, half RV, which is a really great thing. So I do have vents up on top for the garage in case there are fuel-based toys in the back. We could always ventilate that extra fuel or oil smells. One of the best parts about the camper is the ramp, and the beautiful part about the toy hauler concept is that this is a Class C RV with a ramp for loading all our junk in the back. But this ramp is also a great place to corral our kids, our animals, and just sit out there and enjoy the sunset. What we do is we back up right to the bluff line at the beach and just watch the sunsets right back here. So I'll show you the inside and we'll go from there. Check out the awning and the LED lights too. All right, so let's loop around here. All right, what did I tell you? LED lights. This is a manual awning here by hand. And over here, this is electric. Solera, the awning here is also on the other side. Let me show you that really quick. One of the smart things about this Class C and the slide out is that they installed a Solera awning cover on the top here. So when you're camping in the woods and stuff like that, and you're getting leaves and branches potentially falling on the roof of the slide out, you don't want to go up there on a ladder, sweep out the slide out, and then close your slide out, because you know all that debris, if it's left behind, will damage the slide out, putting everything unaligned and then messing out your slide out and having to take it to the RV repair shop. You don't want to deal with that. So they're smart enough to put that little canvas cover on top that will then allow the debris to fall off as the slide out goes in. So good thinking, Thor, on that one. All right, here we go. We're gonna go inside. All right, so as we enter the RV, we got our inverter, our light switch, and our house cutoff when we want to put it for long-term storage. My wife's kind enough to put her ring light in there. But just here's a quick look of the cockpit. Very standard E-Series seats for a Class C RV. Nothing above and beyond crazy over the top. And this is where we would see our, in the middle here, dash area, this is where we would see our cameras, whether it's our turn signal cameras or our backup camera. This is definitely a game changer to making sure that you can back up this Class C and not have to be an expert in RVing. Up on top here is a bunk that sleeps 2 adults nice and easily. We have a TV here that is connected to an antenna. Right here, we got, I don't know what it's called, the King Jack. Works pretty nicely. Good satellite TV, so that's not too bad of a thing. The refrigerator is an above average size refrigerator, so we got lots of space in here for food, drink, and ice. All these cabinets we just fill to the brim of food and drink when we go camping, so we're always loaded before we go on our trip. And this right here is the station with control panel, I guess what you call it, for turning the water pump on if you're dry docking. The water heater for this camper is tankless. It can be run on a combination of gas or electric, one or the other, your call. When we're plugged in at a campsite, we run everything electric and save the propane. Here is where our generator's at. The generator is easily started up, not a problem. It comes with a fancy Thor remote, so you can control your awning remotely. And then from there is the LCI electronic leveling system. When we bought this thing brand new from the factory, this thing came all kind of sideways. We got this thing dialed in real nice, so we've always been successful in making sure this thing is level when we're camping. Right here to my left is the couch area. Now this here sits 3. There's 3 seat belts, 1, 2, 3. Here's the hookup for putting a table. It's in the closet right now, but there's a nice little table right here that you can have. This folds out to be a 2-person sleeper. And these cabinets here are all pretty spacious. So what we did for our camping is that instead of having nice things stacked nicely like you do at home, what we did is we got some real nice Tupperwares and we just throw all the shit in there, knowing that it's not going to bounce around too bad when we're driving down the road. Speaking about bouncing around, when this thing came from the factory, this thing bounced around. What we did is we took it to, I forget the name of the place here in San Marcos on Grand Avenue, and we did upgrade the front suspension, allowing them to have more adjustments to the alignment of the front end. By doing so, gave us really good handling. It made the entire drive much smoother. We can drive at a good fast pace and feel like we're under control without having to white knuckle the steering wheel when we're driving down the road. So we made some nice improvements there to the suspension, allowing us to get from point A to point B a little bit more swiftly. The television here in the front does swivel out. I'll show you that really quick. Swivels out. It does have a connection hardwired for DVD. It is hardwired for the antenna. The outside TV is hardwired for antenna only. But this allows you to watch some TV, have a seat, eat a meal, and be inside and watch some TV. No problem. We, of course, prefer the outside TV when things are happening. Here in our kitchen area, we have pretty much everything we need to make dinner and breakfast for us. We prefer to eat outside, but this is a convection oven microwave, so we can bake and microwave in here. We got a 3-burner gas grill top here and a fan to pull out all that stink out of the camper. There's lots of power everywhere in this camper. So here we got a little power tower built in. As I come back to the front of the camper, there's power here. There's multiple USB, HDMI outlets up at the front, so we never feel like we're left out of having power. Got 4 USBs right here, so we put our phones in here, run the cables through, plug them in here, so they're charging iPads, charging phones while we're sleeping and so forth. The inside of this house here, which is where I'm standing, has 2 speakers right here that are connected to the front stereo, and then the doors have the speakers too. So there's 4 speakers inside the house in this camper. Now, I'll show you other speakers in a minute here, but I just want to finish the walkthrough of the house part of the RV. Here in this section, this is our garage door. That technically separates the house from the garage. This is really great because we had small kids that needed to go to bed way earlier than we did. So we're able to put them in the garage while we got to still relax and stuff inside the house. We have lots of cabinet space, lots of drawers. Put all of our stuff in here. What we did in one of our cabinets is we did have a carpenter come in, and I don't think you're going to be able to see it, but I'll try. And we installed some nice shelves. I don't know if you can see anything in there, but we got some nice shelves put in there. It's just a better way of shoving our stuff in there before we're trying to get out of here. Usually it's a Friday afternoon, we're 4 o'clock, dying to get on the road. So, we stop packing nice and start shoving in stuff. So, stuffing, I guess you could say. So we have lots of drawer space. Here's where our fuse box is. So if something doesn't work, pop the circuit box or the fuse box. This is our first stop to check out everything. Everything always worked pretty nicely. Down below here in the kitchen space, we also did have 2 significant drawers that holds all of our surplus pots and pans. Underneath the kitchen sink is where all the soap and sponges went. But as you can tell, it's in good counter space. We always had the cutting board cover that gave us a little bit more kitchen counter space. Over here is what we call the spice rack, where our silverware and spices would go for a camping trip. And then up in here, lots of other storage. Let me swivel this light around, and I'm going to show you the bathroom really quick, which isn't glorious, but it's a great bathroom for camping, so we never feel alone. Stand-up shower. I'm 6'1". It worked out not bad. Hot water got hot, cold water stayed cool, so no complaints there. Of course, power for my wife and her blow drying that took place on a regular, and lots of cabinet space. And these doors on all the cabinets actually stay closed pretty nicely when traveling. And like I said, I upgraded my suspension, so I like to drive at a quick pace. Now, here's the exciting part about this camper, and that's the garage. So let's check it out. Come on, this way. All right, all the way out to the garage. Standing on the party deck. Not bad, not bad. This garage is 9 foot by something. It's a little too small for a side-by-side like a Can-Am, but you can put some dirt bikes in here. We would put bins in here, playpen for us, bikes, barbecue, beach toys, surfboards. We could really stack it up here pretty nicely. It has tie-down straps so we can make sure nothing bounced around. Like I mentioned, because it is a garage, and most people do put fuel-based toys in here. Can't find it. I'm looking for a vent. There's 2 vents in the camper. So this right here opens up to help get us some ventilation when driving. The stereo system here has 2 speaker setups. There are 2 speakers on the outside that are run through this, and then there are 2 speakers that run inside the camper as well, which kind of gives you that good effect of surround sound. Tons of cabinet space. Here we hardwired the DVD player because our kids sleep in the garage. Hardwired the DVD player to this television here, which was great. And we have blackout window coverings. We keep this thing open during the daytime and have fun. So we also have magnetic bug net. So keep the breeze, keep the sun, keep the bugs out. And on this side, lots more storage. The AC right here is the second AC to this camper. This AC was made for the garage area. There is an AC in the house, so you have 2 ACs to run here. There is one AC, there's one heater, one furnace in this camper. So this unit here runs the AC and the furnace, which is down here. This is gas powered, and this runs nice and warm, so on the cold winter nights we're good. We have the AC system that comes here, and we have all kinds of little vents around the camper to help get that cool air where we need it the most, including the restroom. This big AC here is not connected to the garage, so the garage has its own separate AC. And when it came to heating the garage, we would use a plug-in electric heater. Now in this garage, it's about 9 foot, so motorcycles, dirt bikes, all kinds of good stuff can be stored in here. And knowing that it's made for gas-powered toys, it also comes with its own toolbox built into the garage. There's a fire extinguisher in the garage and also in the house. So there's 2 fresh tanks of fire extinguishers. So what I'm doing right now is I am unlatching the couches on the sides of the camper here. Our kids have slept back here many times, and we have set it up in 2 different ways. One is that each one of these is their individual bed, and there's a little divider that goes in the middle to make it one large bed back here. So we've run it both different ways, and kids can't decide and we can't decide, so we're just having fun, enjoying the adventure. So let me set this up really quick with regards to the couches, because they're very easy to put out. It's a nice leather material. In the middle comes 2 cup holders. Just making sure those latches are unlatched. It comes down nice and easy. And voila, we're in business. There are many windows in the camper that allow us to get that nice cross breeze. This is also an emergency exit. We have 2 windows in the garage. In the house, we have a few windows too. The kitchen has a window. It's a nice big window here in the living room, and another one up in the bed. The shades are a fancy kind of shade, so they don't slam when you let it go. We'll tune that one up. But all good there. Here in the garage, just to get back to it, we got power on both sides. We got nice light switches and so forth. So what we do when we're loading and unloading is that we will open this gate area, unclip this deck, and let it fall down like a ramp, and we'll just walk stuff up, strap it all down here in the garage, and then we're on our way. So if you guys have any questions about this camper, would like to see it, we'd love to sell it to you. 2017 Thor Outlaw 29H with just under 10,000 miles.